back. But anyway, so I took a break from doing streams and stuff. Like, took a break from YouTube and just chilled out and done some stuff. I also hurt my leg after slipping on ice. Oof. But anyway, now wait, we're gonna be playing as Germany. And we're kind of gonna be giving them an empire, but also kind of not at the same time. Be like an empire, but also not. But anyway, so first thing that happens is they declare war on Luxembourg, and also there's no alliances. Everyone's just one. It's basically like you could say every man for themselves sort of thing. But anyway, so Germany invades Luxembourg, and they also take a piece of Denmark, which triggers France and Poland to act because it could be seen as they're getting prepared to invade them, which Germany was going to do. So Poland attacks first, taking these islands with their navy, and launching a naval invasion here, which wraps around to Berlin. Then they connect it with their homeland, and they encircle Berlin. Now, since the German army was mainly up here and up here, getting back to like their like barracks and stuff, they weren't ready except for like this area, which they retreat to the river here, which they would hold. So instantly they got pushed back, and up by here they didn't manage to hold, which then they got pushed over to this river, but French supplies eventually caught up to them and began to get worse. So after encircling a lot of Germans, the French had a stalemate around by there until Denmark joined, which really turned the tide as they managed to capture Hamburg and cut off all of Germany's access to the sea. And they pushed down to there, and since the French don't have to have many troops up there anymore, because they only really needed to keep the population from freaking rebelling against the French, they can now focus a massive and very large attack down to Munich, which surprisingly gets taken pretty quickly after a lot of their troops are defending Berlin with their life until it's basically carved up again, and Germany is basically just in a carved up position once again. So first thing that happens is Poland Poland annexes like regions close to the border so they can have a foothold in Germany. They annex half of Berlin, Eastern Berlin. They occupy that. France occupies the western part. Denmark takes control over Schleswig-Holstein, and the Hamburg area, which I'm just gonna call this big chunk, well, this area just Hamburg, and then some other parts down there. Germany is able to have some stuff. Some more stuff is given to neighboring countries. So the Netherlands has a lot in German territory, so does Belgium. All France wants is basically not much, except for that they will occupy a lot. So I'm just going to shrink it down to there, because these are the regions that I'm going to put as French control, and I'm just going to add a little bit more up by here. So basically, all this stuff France is going to be occupying, except for those two. Except for that, because they won't really need it. Anyway, so now Germany is in a very bad situation. So now the old Germany has some rebels rising up. So it starts near Berlin, on the western outskirts of the city. And since the German army isn't strong enough to like hold this massive front line, they just leave the south and go down to defend Munich, because that's their capital now, because there isn't really any large cities anymore. But anyway, so eventually, after a massive civil war, the the Federal Republic of Germany, I think that's what they were, um, dies. And just change it. There we go. And they completely change. And I'm just going to use the Holy Roman Empire for this flag, because of the eagles. So anyway, the German Federalist Union is put into power. And now they want to do some stuff. They want to get revenge. Hard revenge. Now, see, they cannot unite with Austria because of you know who, that stupid man who decided to just annex Austria. But anyway, Austria does do some stuff, as apparently Austria used to have this under their control before. Like if you look at the map of ethnics of Austria-Hungary, Austrians lived around here, and I support this being Austrian. And I do not feel one bit sorry for Czechia. Also, I'm also gonna just give them this, and also Hungary deserves to have some stuff. I don't really support Hungary having this part of Ukraine, but I'll just give it to this in this universe. They also deserve to have some of that, and some islands too, just so the Croatians can never naval blockade them. Because I do not really like Slavs unless it's Russian Slavs, and Ukrainian Slavs, but not really Baltic Slavs. Except for Bulgaria. Bulgaria's good because Bulgaria deserves it. They won't get it. This one. Sorry, Bulgaria. But do you know what deserves to have all of Greece and like a lot of the Balkans and stuff? And not like maybe some parts of Bulgaria. Turkey. Turkey's the best thing. But anyway, back to Germany, because that's the main focus. I need to stop freaking going to other things unless it's a part of Germany. Well, unless it's gonna help Germany and stuff. Um, no, wait. Okay, so, first thing that Germany does after a while of after the occupation dies down, Poland gives them back this and Eastern Berlin, which is cut off because of France, which France actually, instead of occupying that, actually annexes Western Berlin and calls it was rightfully theirs. But the but Germany does get some things back, like this region over here, and only that bit from back from Denmark. Um, but Netherlands gives them that, and Belgium doesn't really care about all this. And just well, they do care about some of the industrial things here, but they only give Germany this back. But since Germany's a lot happier now, but they still have to pay a lot of things to Poland and freaking France when they just freaking minding their own business. Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't know why, but let me just put Luxembourg back. Yeah, I'm sure people would love Luxembourg being back. But you know what? Since Luxembourg's back, we can't. Belgium, I'm sorry, but you have to annex that back now because I forgot that to put um to give Luxembourg independence. Sorry, Luxembourg, I forgot. If you're But anyway, Germany still does not like this whole Berlin situation, so they start secretly building up their army. And the first thing they do is they instantly go to war with Luxembourg and Belgium, taking a lot of things from them and even annexing Luxembourg again. Wasn't this Belgium? Belgium? Yeah, well, Belgium got that taken away from them. But anyway, Germany then goes to war with the Netherlands and takes some more stuff. Then they prepare for a massive offensive attack into Denmark, which actually goes very well as they encircle a city here, which I don't know the name of, and they use this area to use their small navy, which they've been building up, to block supply, and now they die. Then they push further up, and they annex a couple of islands too, and this is when they stop. just gonna let Liechtenstein be free, because isn't that Liechtenstein? Or is Liechtenstein much smaller than that? I don't know. But I'm gonna just say that's Liechtenstein. Or is... I can't really remember how you pronounce it. Is it Liechtenstein? I don't know. I do not know. But anyway, so they prepare for another war against Poland, which actually had a wait, let me just get it color. Which starts having civil war uprisings and stuff against Polish communists. So while Poland's defending that, they were like, you know what, Germany, it was a bad idea just taking stuff away from you. I think our population's mad at us for doing that. We're just gonna give you your stuff back and keep some of our stuff safe. We do not want our Polish people going through the same stuff that the communists done to them when the Russians done some stuff. So, but before they done that, they actually did manage to push the communists, taking Warsaw back. But the communists weren't focused on Warsaw. They were trying to cut off their divisions and just encircle them. But the more they became a massive threat, the more former German territories Poland gave back to Germany. But anyway, now Germany decides that if they help Poland, Poland will stay out of a future war that could threat them. In return, that they will protect them and to not mess with Germany. And they're like, okay, because what other chance do we have? So a lot of German troops, surprisingly, flood into Poland and helps them. And in return for doing that, Germany gets to annex some former territories it owned. And they supported Poland annexing Lithuania, but in return, Memel would be annexed by Germany. Then Poland wanted having some of Belarus back and a little bit more in the Baltics. So they were like, you know what, sure, because Belarus is a Russian friend right now, and if they go to war with Belarus, they'll go to war with Russia. So why not go to war with both of them? Because Germany wants this, and Poland wants Western Belarus. So they basically become friends now. And Poland invades their part. Oh wait, no, that's wrong color. And Russia gets a big chunk of beef taken away from them. And Ukraine, seeing that Russia's getting weak, joins in to severely push them and annex some stuff, as well as take Transnistria. Yeah, they just annexed that. But anyway, after a peace deal, Russia is now a democracy and Belarus is under Ukrainian control. And a part of the Baltics were taken. Poland just wanted to take this part and leave the rest of Latvia alone, which then joins Estonia to have just become stronger because of the threat they have of big Russia and a big Polish thing. But Poland isn't done, as it still kind of wants this region because they want to make their Commonwealth, but they also want to attack Ukraine. But they just cooled down, just say, you know, we're just gonna rest for now. But anyway, France gets invaded by Germany. And they get overrun somehow but they don't surrender. So instantly, the Germans go to every major city they have, meaning they just freaking go everywhere. And they just basically take every single major city that they can retreat to. If it's like even like not really major cities but still cities. And they even like go further on saying that do not beef with us. So they head to Toulouse now and they capture the city and France now surrenders. So France gets to have all of its southern portion. It gets to have Bordeaux back. It gets to have its all of its western areas. It gets Paris. It still gets to keep Paris. Gets to keep Calais and stuff. Now here's the surprising part. They also get to keep the... They basically just get to keep their old borders before they invaded Germany. Because what Germany really wanted was just to take all the lands that they got taken from them and even more. But anyway, so the German Federalist Union does not like following rules and not taking Austria. So before that, they have another civil war again, and again, Berlin gets taken. And this time it's against monarchs. And they start rising up pretty quickly. Eventually taking Hamburg and the western coast of Germany before going up to here and taking the eastern coast part of Germany. And yeah, they just rapidly take the eastern portion. But they do get pushed back as Germany managed to crush these small pockets, except for this one, which grows rapidly. But they do manage to get rid of lots of them. But in return, the new Germany, the monarchist one, basically just takes the northern part of Germany. Before closing in on Munich, which then, as soon as Munich falls, the whole thing just collapses and they surrender. Then we're back to Austria. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah. Hungary's getting thick. Will I be thick boy? Before Poland has beef with them, and before they take their parts of their Slavic brother down by there. And Austria then just takes what's ever left of Czechia. Before the new Germany, the Kingdom of Germany is put into power. And no, it's nothing with Kaisers and stuff. It's not like an empire, it's just another kingdom. And instantly, they ask Austria to join them. And they say no at first before the people of Austria says that they do want to join Germany. But they still have one more thing in the way, because they do want some more regions, from Poland too. They want, oh frig, I didn't mean to click that. My keyboard made me click that. I need to push my keyboard over a little bit. And I need to push this freaking thing away. They do want the, I'm just gonna call this part Northern Memel, because I don't know what else to call it. So they want Northern Memel, and in these parts, well, they only want that of of the Czechoslovak region, or Bohemia. So they ask Poland for it. In return, that since they have claims on making Latvia, freeing Latvia from Estonia and turning them into a puppet, if they trade over these two, they will help them with their dreams. So they only give them Northern Memel, and they keep that. So Germany gets freaking mad about this. So they pay Hungary to start cooking them into a salad dinner. Before Poland, this part of Poland gets freaking encircled, and Germany sends lots of Germans to there, voting, demanding Poland to join them. So Poland has no choice to do that, because they had no idea Germany just literally freaking done this. Germany also decides to annex something else. But anyway, in a peace thing, Poland gets that back. Germany actually gets to take some more things because they won't have proper supply to it. And Poland does get to keep these parts. But anyway, after a lot of Germany's and after a lot of German leaders and stuff, and after a long time, because now I would say that we're getting to the end of the 21st century in this world. So like maybe like 2079 in this universe. They would, let me just get a flag. Loading, no text channels, yep, okay. German, why did I put two M's, don't know, my, Germany, no, oh, this could work. Okay, good thing I got the thing there. I'm just gonna look for, that's Cologne. That's kind of like the freaking thingy. So this one is the winner. Hope none of you guys saw that. Oh, there's actually okay. Yeah, I think this is a good flag to use. Until like a new one comes out that looks that would look that can actually rival this one. I think this one could do it for this. So a new Greater Germany has formed, spreading from. So oh wait, look, I forgot something from the old one. The old one still exists before the second rebel of the century. But anyway, so from north to south, it expands. It spans. I don't even know how to say that word. So it's from the most southern part of modern day Denmark all the way to Slovenia, from west to east. The east is the easternmost part of eastern Prussia, all the way to the easternmost part, which I think is like around here. So we'll just say western Luxembourg. And from this way and this way, and from I'm just not gonna do that now. So it adds up to I don't even know how big this would be on a map. Probably massive, but I'm talking about like kilometers, basically, like square kilometers. How big would this be? But anyway, so they're just massive. So yeah, do not beef with this Germany unless you're freaking no, unless you're like you're allied with the United States or Britain, then you might have a chance. Well, if you're allied with like probably like Britain, Italy, or like Ukraine or something, or Poland, you might have a chance. But with the United States, you could say it's a win, depending on your nation, because I would say that they would probably have probably like the second most powerful army, and the United States would still be in first. But the but I would say if Germany had say yeah, I think Hungary is still I think in this universe Hungary and Germany would be friends because Germany helped Hungary get some lands they wanted, so I think they would make a good alliance together. Even though like they're different ethnics, like Hungarians and Germans slash like Austrians. But so if we would count them as like an alliance, um, like we could say that Hungary in this universe could have like the fifth, and Germany could have the second, meaning that they can both defeat the United States together. If the U.S. was like, say, in Africa, like if you could, okay, so let's use Africa as our battlegrounds. Fit both of them, like maybe around here, and then the United States around here. Both of them could probably just wipe out the United States. It would take a long time though, but you would wipe it out. But if you had like a nation that would make like that will okay. So say let me just use percentages right here. Say both of Germany and Hungary combined, and they have like together if they would unite right now, they would have the most powerful army, which would be at least let's just say use this as an example, which would be like 15% stronger than you, like 50% more than the United States' power. If you have like a country like Italy or maybe Britain or France, then you could easily defeat them. But but if you had like a country like Macedonia, Albania, Croatia at this time, um, some small African countries without a big army, some like Iceland. If Iceland was like, then you wouldn't have a chance because they could do like a tiny bit, but still not. And plus, I'm sure that there's other allies because as you can see, Germany didn't help Poland, so Poland basically feels betrayed. And they heard about them helping them, but they got robbed. And in return, they said, and before that, they said that they were going to rob Poland, but you must act like you're getting invaded and yeah, like you must play along with it and just act like our troops are just invading you and stuff. So they could be like friends as well. They could still be growing their friendship. But let's just say in another situation, these three are allies, and we would call them the new Central Powers, led by the Empire of German Peoples. They could both defeat. I think they could both defeat USA and maybe like Britain combined, maybe. If um compared to both of them being the 15 plus more than the United States, if that added like 10, it would be like 25. And if Britain and the United States combined would drop these three down to like 24%, then these guys can still have a freaking maybe like a chance of winning still. But it would be very close. If if Britain and Germany's Britain not Britain Germany Britain and United States start rapidly militarizing and get stronger than Germany, then Germany's F, bro. There's no way they can compete with America right now. But anyway, if they yeah. So I think it should be the end of this one. I think I might do another one today, maybe just going back to the original town, which is going to change very soon. I'm just gonna say it's gonna change. Nothing else, because I don't want to accidentally leak some things. I'm just gonna say that town's gonna change. It could be like a slight change, like one new thing, or a massive change, like maybe like a lot of new things. But who knows? I'm not gonna say anything. If you guys do know, and if you guys played a game have and if you guys have seen what's going to happen soon, then do not spoil it for the rest if you do not know what's going to happen if you play this game. Because who likes people who spoil things? Well, I probably spoiled like a little bit on like it's gonna change, but still, I'm not gonna tell you how it's gonna change. I know that the town's going to change, and I don't want to spoil it. But anyway, let's go back and go to saves. What can I get out of here? Not Balia. Balia is staying there. I use that flag today. I can get rid of the spear. So let's call this one again Empire of German people. There we go. There we go. That kind of looks like a Nordic Germany, by the way. But it's still a very cool flag. I think since I've seen that one for a long time now, like for just a bit, and that one too, and that one kind of, I have seen like very recently, but like, now after seeing that one just looks very cool, but all these flags are very good. And I do got to say, Bali isn't my favorite flag. I just, yeah, I don't know which one's my favorite, but but right now, you know what? I'm just gonna say Bali is my favorite one right now, until I find one I find even cooler, but than Balia. But anyway, my brothers are up here and they're fucking